Do not move to Doral, Florida unless you can handle these 10 things. If you're thinking about moving to Doral, Florida because it looks clean, modern, and perfect online, this video may completely change your mind because living in Doral comes with trade-offs that many people only discover after they buy the house, sign the HOA paperwork, and start dealing with everyday life here. And honestly, some people realize too late that Doral simply was not the right fit for them. Hi, I'm Elizabeth Costa with the Kais Company. I've worked in the Doral and the Miami real estate market for more than 15 years. And today, I want to share with you 10 things you generally need to know about. Make sure you can handle them before moving to Florida. Not to scare you away from the city, but to help you decide whether this lifestyle in Doral actually matches what you're looking for. Why this matters? One thing I've learned after helping hundreds of families relocate to Doral is that people often fall in love with the image of Doral before understanding the reality of living here every day. And visually, Doral is attractive. We have beautiful gated communities, modern homes, great restaurants, amazing schools, luxury apartments, golf courses. It's very international, but daily life here moves really, really fast. The pace is intense. The traffic is heavy. The summers are brutal. And the cost of living surprises many people, especially buyers relocating from states where insurance, taxes, and commuting patterns are completely different. What makes Doral unique is that it combines suburban family living with Miami-level intensity. And for some people, that combination works perfectly. For others, it becomes exhausting. Because once you actually start living here, small things begin to add up, and they affect your routine every single day. Things like how long it takes to leave your neighborhood in the morning, how expensive insurance renewal suddenly becomes, how crowded restaurants and shopping areas feel on the weekends, or how much planning hurricane season requires. For example, Northwest 87th Avenue during rush hour can feel completely different whether you're leaving your house at 7:05 or at 7:30 a.m. And that level of timing matters in Doral. So before you move here, these are 10 things you absolutely need to be able to handle. Thing number one, the summer heat is aggressive. A lot of people move to South Florida expecting permanent vacation weather, but Doral summers are extremely intense. From May through October, the humidity becomes exhausting. Even basic outdoor activities can feel uncomfortable during the middle of the day. And because Doral is so very car dependent, you constantly move between extreme outdoor heat and freezing indoor air conditioning. That adjustment takes time for many people who are relocating from cooler climates. Thing number two, flooding is a real concern. Heavy rainstorms happen fast in Miami-Dade County. And during hurricane season, certain streets and intersections can become flooded. The flooding is temporary and only during strong storms. Even if your property itself is not located in a flood zone, road flooding can still affect your daily routine. And this is something buyers underestimate before moving to South Florida. And yes, flood insurance discussion becomes part of the buying process, much more often here than in any other state. Thing number three, the Palmetto Expressway can wear you down. If you commute outside Doral regularly like I do, traffic becomes a major lifestyle factor, especially the Palmetto Expressway. What looks like a short little drive on Google Maps can easily double or triple during rush hour. And traffic inside Doral itself can become just as frustrating as the highways, especially around school zones and commercial areas. Many residents eventually structure their entire schedules around avoiding the traffic patterns. That becomes part of daily life here. Thing number four, Florida property taxes and insurance costs shock many buyers. This is one of the biggest financial surprises for people relocating to Doral, especially for buyers who are coming from other states with lower insurance costs. Property taxes on higher priced homes can easily add up. Then you add homeowners insurance in some cases, HOA fees, maintenance costs. Across South Florida, insurance premiums have increased significantly over the past few years. Some buyers qualify for the mortgage comfortably, but later realize that monthly carrying costs feel too much. and it's heavier than they expected it. Thing number 5, some HOA communities are extremely expensive. Doral has mainly beautiful gated communities, but that lifestyle often comes with strict HOA regulations and high monthly fees. Some luxury communities include resort-style living, security, landscaping, and clubhouses, which sound great at first, but buyers need to know and understand the long-term costs. In certain communities, HOA fees combined with taxes and insurance can add well over $1,000 monthly beyond the mortgage itself. And not everyone enjoys living under strict community rules. So before buying in Doral, you need to realize and understand the HOA structure carefully. Thing number 6, the airport. Airport noise is a real concern in some areas of Doral because we are so close to Miami International Airport. So airplane traffic becomes a part of daily life in some neighborhoods. For many residents, they eventually tune out the noise. But for buyers coming from quieter suburban areas, noise can feel surprisingly loud at first, especially in communities closer to the eastern sections of Doral. That proximity to the airport is incredibly convenient for travel, but convenience always has a trade-off. Thing number 7, school pickup. Traffic can become a daily battle. Families moving to Doral often prioritize the schools, and honestly, many of the schools here are excellent. But school traffic is intense, especially near schools in highly demanded school zones, especially near charter schools in highly demanded school zones. For example, the pickup lines near downtown Doral Charter Elementary School create major congestion during afternoon dismissal hours. If your daily schedule overlaps with school traffic, it can significantly impact commute times and daily stress levels. And this is something many families do not fully understand until they are actually living in the area. Thing number 8, outside downtown Doral, walkability is very limited. Many people moving from urban cities expect to walk more in South Florida, but outside areas like downtown Doral, most of the city remains heavily car dependent. You drive almost everywhere. Restaurants, grocery stores, gyms, schools, appointments. And while Doral is extremely convenient by car, it does not offer the same walkable lifestyle that buyers may find in places like Brickell or other parts of Miami, including Miami Beach. So if walkability is a major priority for you, that's important to understand before you move here. Thing number 9, the gated community lifestyle is not for everyone. And a lot of people love gated communities because they feel organized, they feel secure, and they are definitely well maintained. Some buyers eventually feel restricted by the structure. They don't like the visitor registration system, the HOA approvals, the parking regulations, the architectural restrictions a house may have. For certain personalities, it feels comfortable, but for others, it really feels very limiting over time. Doral has a very structured residential culture compared to many other parts of Miami. And buyers should honestly evaluate whether they enjoy that type of an environment before they even purchase the home. Thing number 10, Doral has a strong Latin American influence. This is actually one of the reasons many people love Doral. The city has a very international energy and strong Latin American presence. Spanish is spoken everywhere. The restaurants reflect the Latin culture. The music, events, businesses, and social environments are heavily influenced by Latin American communities. For many families, especially international buyers, this feels incredibly welcoming. But for others who are expecting more of a traditional suburban American environment, it can feel, a little different than what they had imagined. And culturally, Doral moves fast. For example, weekend congestion around City Place Doral often feels more like a major social event rather than a simple shopping trip. That energy is what makes Doral unique. But it's important to know what type of lifestyle you're walking into before you relocate here. Reality check? Now, with all of that said, I also want to be completely fair because despite these challenges, Doral remains one of the strongest, most desirable residential markets in South Florida. The schools are strong, the communities are beautiful, the location is excellent, the city feels modern and international, and property values have remained resilient over time. A lot of families absolutely love living here, but Doral is not for everyone. If you want a quiet, slow-paced, low-cost lifestyle with minimal traffic and very little structure, you may find other cities may fit you better. But if you value convenience, international culture, strong communities, and a long-term investment potential, Doral can absolutely be an incredible place to live. The key is understanding both the pros and the trade-offs before making that move. If you're considering moving to Doral or anywhere in the Miami area and you want honest guidance about which neighborhoods and communities may fit your lifestyle best, I'd love to help. I work with buyers and sellers throughout Doral and Greater Miami, and my goal is always to help clients make informed decisions based on real lifestyle factors, not just online photos. If you have questions about schools, HOA, communities, commute times, taxes, insurance, or specific neighborhoods, feel free to reach out directly. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe because I'll continue sharing honest insight about what it's really like to live in Doral, downtown Doral, Miami, and other South Florida communities from the perspective of someone who lives here every day and truly works in this market. Let's connect.